wash your hands right now. I swear I'm gonna smack you.
Take your stinking paws off me, you
Darn
dirty
person.
Hello, hello. Testing, testing, 1, 2. Let's go ahead and lower the music a little. I think everything. Hello, EmperorDragon. Yay! I'm glad that you can hear. Oh, there's a fly that decided to come by. Alright. Oh, I forgot to do the ad. I like how you asked, how are you? And I decided, oh, need to put ad. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I'm doing very well. I have a visitor here today. I have a visitor here today, but, A and W ad? What is that? What is an A and W ad? Gotta fix webcam. Why do I look so much more saturated today? That's not good. Let's go ahead and fix that a little bit. That's better. Okay. Sona's ad, what's that? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what ad you got. A bad shoe ad? Oh, understood. Understood. Bad shoes. Anyway, I'm doing well. I don't know if you heard me before, but I am doing well. How are you doing today? We're finally gonna start. I started stream late today, but because I started stream late, I'm not gonna do my question of the day or what's going on Twitter today, because I want to stay on track with the readings. So yeah, we're gonna go straight into it. I believe we're gonna start with Andy's story first. Emperor, we're gonna do yours second, and then we're gonna do Foxy's last. You think I'll like episode 3? Well, we'll see. We'll see in about 30 minutes where I stand with your episode 3. I saw that your formatting is different. I appreciate that. I hope that it will be easier to read. I believe, there you go. So I've pulled up my browser, and as you can see, yours is actually the one that's on the screen right now, because I have all of them. I have all of them laid out right now beforehand. But we're gonna start with this one, titled Broken Dreams, and it's written by Andy. If you don't remember him, he was I believe he goes by, I want to say Furry Andy, and he stopped by the stream last week. And submitted this work, so we're gonna go ahead and read it. It does, there's yeah, okay, good. There is about 15 pages worth of this, so we're gonna read as much as we can. Actually, right here it says chapter 1, so I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna read chapter 1, and then we'll stop there. I saw your thing was 62 pages. Crazy. I was like, wow, he's really been writing. I mean, part of it is probably the formatting. The formatting probably here. Actually, really quickly, how big is your font? Your font is 11. Yeah, that's pretty normal. Usually people recommend a 12-point font, so like maybe your pages would be even bigger. Double space 12-point font or something like that, you know? Anyway, let's go ahead and get started so that we don't get off track. We don't I don't even know what I'm trying to say. We don't get off track. All right. William Price, Chloe Price's father, has been dead for 12 years. It is the year 2020, and William will be transferring his soul to Chloe and Max's child, so that he can see her again. So is this like a reincarnation thing? That would be my first question. William, I don't think you should do this. Actually, I should say that with more emotion, huh? William, I don't think you should do this, Rachel said in disdain. Don't you think it's a little bit strange living in a body that's not yours, whilst having your daughter as your mother? She said, unsure, perched on a bench, glancing at the void. It had been 12 years since William's death in 2008. His biggest wish was to be able to see his daughter again. He misses her dearly. Ever since the crash, I agree with, I don't know who, Annalicia Jackson is, but they have revised the story previously to me, and I agree that this is a tell. He misses her dearly. we're being told that this character misses his daughter dearly, but we aren't being shown it. Oh no, I'm so sorry, EmperorDragon. I apologize for that. Hello. We've in instances such as this one where we're being told a characteristic as opposed to being shown it, I think it's better to have a character display that. Like maybe we have like a flashback or like a memory of his time spent with Chloe. Why does he like spending so much time with Chloe? Why, like, did they like bond over something? Like maybe they went to go eat ice cream every Saturday or something, you know? We need to see it, not just be told it. Otherwise there's a disconnect with the audience and they don't really care about your characters. Whew. Ever since the car crash, Chloe's life has been turned to prolonged hell on Earth. He knew that he needed this one opportunity in his heart. Rachel, I'm sure more than I have ever been. I know that she needs me. I have to see her now. I need closure, Rachel. William's voice shook as a few tears streamed down his cheek. She pondered this for a moment, wondering how his wish could become disastrous to time. Rachel knew the situation between William and Chloe and how much he meant to her. But after Max had gotten her chronokinesis powers, everything was fine, and they'd be having a child soon. After Max had gotten her chronokinesis powers. Max is the husband? Interesting. Everything was fine, they'd have a child soon. Rachel thought that William shouldn't interfere in that manner, and that instead he should try another way in getting to her. Hello, Foxy! Your story, Max being called a she. Wait, was Max called a she? After Max had gotten her... Oh yeah! Max is a she. I guess a wife? Because it says William is transferring his soul to Chloe and Max's child. I'm assuming Chloe and Max are like together and they're having a child together. So like, either this was a pronoun mistake thing, or this is an alternate universe where two women can birth a, or they did the thing where like you donate a sperm cell, and yeah, a sperm cell, you donate a sperm and you, yeah, no, not transgender, because that still doesn't answer the question of how are they having a child. But anyway, I'm gonna just add a question: pronoun confusion or unexplained details. I'll just leave a note of that. Oh, understood. I mean, maybe, but that needs to be explained. There's so many questions. I'm wondering if it's explained later. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Everything was fine and they'd be having a child soon. Rachel thought... And who is Rachel? I don't think Rachel has even been explained to us. Is Rachel like another dead human being that William happens to know in the underworld? Rachel thought that William shouldn't interfere in that manner, and that instead he should try another way in getting to her. William, I don't know. Hanging off her last word, she sagged further into the wooden bench. After a deep breath, she spoke again, rubbing her temples in exasperation. We spent so much effort trying to make sure Max fixed the altered timelines and Chloe's fate. Ooh, altered timelines? Hello? If you go back down there, we won't know what will happen again. What if the tornado comes back again? What if you die again? We have to be considerate of those things. She finally poured out all of her thoughts on the table, hoping that William would stop being absurd. Also, hello, Foxy. I don't know if I said hello, but I saw you and then I like completely forgot to say hello, I think. But hello, welcome. Your work is going to be reviewed at the end around like 9:30, just so you know. Of course, those feelings... Oh, I said hello? Good. Of course, those feelings of Rachel were squashed as soon as he started talking again. If you won't help me, suit yourself, he huffed as he stood up. I'll figure out a way. I've been dead long enough to figure out exactly how this place works. I'm sorry, Rachel. Ooh, this place? Hello? I like that. I like that. We're being told we are in a place, but we are not being told what place it is. I'm sorry, Rachel, but I have a feeling deep down that I know I'm right. And with that, William stormed off into the void. A barely audible voice could be heard, faded in the background, as Rachel cried out, "Wait!" But to no avail. Destiny didn't know whether he would be able to transfer his soul into another body or not, but as he said himself, he will figure out a way. He promised himself that he would do whatever it took to help Chloe, and this was part of his vow. Why does he think that he needs to be his daughter's child? As he traveled deeper into the unknown, bits and fragments of his past life swirled around him. Memories of when Chloe was a little girl. One of them of her posing as a pirate for a picture. A memory of the last days that Chloe was ever seen happy again. As he passed, every little moment collided against each other at the speed of light, turning into an indiscernible blur. A small shadow of melancholy hung above him as he thought of the day when he died and Chloe was left alone. Now he was finally able to reunite with his daughter and possibly meet Joyce again. Who's Joyce? Is Joyce his, late wife or something? Although he knew it would take years since he would start off as a baby again, and he had to relearn new things. However, he didn't care. Whatever it took was worth it for him. Why? I don't understand. There's so much information that, we don't have, and, I almost feel like this is not chapter 1. I feel like this is chapter 2 or 3, and I wish that we had a chapter 1 that would kind of slowly get us there, you know? I'm coming, Chloe, and I won't ever leave you again. I promise this time. An old frail man sat in a chair with a robe and a staff. He was stroking his beard and staring off into space, contemplating what he had just heard. You came all the way here, and now you want to reincarnate? Rebirth? Do you not realize the danger you're putting yourself in? The old man questioned him, baffled at William's obliviousness about the future catastrophes that could occur. Did my episode 1 do as good as this one? Or what's your question, EmperorDragon? The old man questioned him, baffled at William's obliviousness about the future catastrophes that could occur. William just scoffed, frustrated that he had been asked the same question several times. I am not a fan of the sentence. William scoffed, frustrated that he had been asked the same question several times. It's another tell. Another tell instead of show. I want to feel William's emotion. Right now I'm not connected to William. I just kind of know what's happening to him. Listen, sir. Oh, I like that. Listen, sir. I need to see this for my daughter. Oh, I need to do this. I need to do this for my daughter. I need to. And don't give me the exact same question that I've been asked repeatedly. I'm 100%... See, we don't even need that first sentence. We don't need this one. We could just delete it and keep this one. We have all the information we need. I'm 100% certain that I want this, he declared with furrowed brows and a grinding jaw. The old man sighed deeply and opened his eyes again to meet his gaze. If you so desire this, you'll have to take responsibility for your own consequences. I'm sure you're aware of that. William waved his hand as he disregarded the elder's warning. He grabbed his staff and summoned a blue fiery orb with his hands. It emitted a vivid light, a shining beacon. This is your soul. Hold it in your hands, he said, handing William the orb. He flinched after the emitting heat burned him. You'll get used to it, the elder explained further, but do not lose it. or you'll never be able to reincarnate again. William nodded, awaiting further instructions from the man. He spoke again after a moment of silence. First, the elder began, go farther into the void. Next, find Max's baby. Then remove the soul of the child and put your soul in the baby. And last but not least, good luck on your journey. I wish you the best. The man placed his hands on William's shoulders, then proceeded to grab the staff and disappeared into thin air. A lump formed in William's throat, which he gulped down. His eyes were locked on the path that he had to take. He clutched his fiery blue soul as if it would disappear. He was nervous, but determined as well, and began to walk to his destination. For real! Well, okay, we don't know if that child's original soul was killed. Maybe they're just gonna reserve it for someone else. But yeah, he just said, just like swap your soul with his and you'll be okay. So that's interesting. What happens to the old William? Like, is he just a carcass now? Wait, why is he... Okay, this is my question. This is my formulated question. So we have William here, and he was given his soul, and he has to place it into the soul of this baby. So what is William right now? Is he like a physical entity that is in the underworld? Or what's going on? Right now we have more questions about what is going on and less questions about like how should I phrase this? Okay, we have more questions about what is this world and less about who is William, why is he doing this, and yada yada yada. Like our attention is focused elsewhere, and that's not a good thing for the beginning of a story like this one, where we're dealing like with fantasy elements. You want the audience to know at least like a surface level understanding of this universe. Otherwise you're gonna like, I mean, you might keep them hooked because they want to know more about the universe, but you're gonna leave them confused for a bit. All right, let's go ahead and do I still have my template? I don't think I have my template anymore. Oh well, that's fine. I'll even I know we said that we were gonna read chapter 1, but I didn't realize that this had a prologue, and the prologue is 4 pages, and it took us like 20 minutes to read. So I'll let you guys decide if we want to go into chapter 1 or if we should save it for another stream and move on to EmperorDragon's story. I'll let you guys decide that in chat while I leave a comment with thoughts about the prologue so far. Hello, Andy. Ooh. Move on. Emperor says, move on. I want you to read my stuff now. Save it for dramatic effect. Okay, sure. Alright, hello, Andy. I want to start off by thanking you again for submitting your work to be read on stream. I like what you have. I'm gonna say, so far, we have only read the prologue, but I like what you have so far. There's a lot of potential, a lot of fantasy / sci-fi elements at play, and a lot of questions I'd like to see answered in future chapters. So far, there are quite a few moments where I feel as if we are not getting to know William as a character, but rather being told who he is and how he feels. The prologue also raises a lot of questions of where we are and what William is, if he is not a soul and has been given the soul to place into another body. Because these questions may not be answered later, it might be better to have them explained in the prologue. Bam. Bam. Once again, thank you so much for submitting this piece. I will try my best to get to the next chapters soon. Bop. Yes, it is the longest comment ever. What are you going to do about it? You're 40 now? What do you mean you're 40 now? I picked 006's name? I didn't know that. Alright, let's go ahead and start with Emperor's piece now that we have finished the prologue of Andy's piece. Oh, okay. Understood. Wait, how come it's episode 3, chapter 2? Do I get to ask that? Excuse me. Let's see. Note, this takes place about a week later from the last episode. Okay. Scene. It would open up with 006 sitting on the bath. Is this going to be a fan service episode, sir? With 006 sitting on the bath floor, fully clothed as she just finished and got dressed. Oh, okay. Well, then why is she sitting on the bath floor? Isn't it wet? She'd be sitting up against the wall with her knees up to her chest with her arms on top of her knees. And her face buried into her arms. She'd be thinking about Lucas. For when you write a manga, I see. Interesting. It's like a changing room part of the bath floor. Well, maybe that should be clarified. Alright? Maybe. Just maybe. At least, maybe make a note of it, like, the changing room. Why didn't you just put changing room? Why did you put bath floor? I know it's not a book, but you might forget later. You might be like, why is she in the bathroom? Like, 2 years from now, whenever you, like, animating this, and you're like, why did I write that? I guess. Very well. We will proceed. What was that feeling that I felt around him? It was almost as if my heart was fluttering. I've only felt it once before, yet I still don't know what it is. This is a little pet peeve of mine, but my heart fluttering is a little bit cliche. I will move on, though. She'd stand up and walk out of the bath. Lucas would come down to the stairs just as she left. "You're up early this morning," Lucas would say as he finished going down the last couple of stairs. "Yeah," she'd say as she turned and walked around him as if she didn't want to talk to him. Lucas would follow her, confused why she doesn't want to talk, as 006 has normally been very talkative. We don't need to know this. We don't need to know that. 006 and Lucas, cause that's a tell. See, that's like the other one where we're being told stuff and not shown it. 006 and Lucas would enter the mess hall and sit down in their normal spot beside each other. 11, what do you want? She'd say alone. Annoyed. Ugh. Say annoyed. Why are you so annoyed this morning? Yeah, this is fine, I guess. I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, this is a direction basically. Like she'd say annoyed part. It's basically a direction, which isn't a problem. So we're fine. Or we're moving. I'm just explaining it because I don't want you to like think that I just want you to know what I'm thinking. There you go. I'm expressing what I'm thinking so that there's no confusion. Okay. Why are you so annoyed this morning? Lucas would ask, turning in his chair to face her. I don't know what you're talking about, she'd say, facing away from him. 006, what happened? You were fine last night. Lucas would say, putting his hand on her shoulder. She'd smack his hand off her shoulder, then get up and leave the mess hall. Just after she left all the other members of Squad 666. Big glitch? What do you mean? Confusion? What happened? Streams are 2 pixels right now? Oh no. Oh no. Can you guys still hear me? It says that my frames per second are good. My CPU is fine. Everything's fine on my end. What's going on? Yeah, try refreshing because I think everything's okay on my end. Maybe it's yeah, it's fine. Okay, cool. Cool. That's weird. I wonder if it was a Twitch thing or maybe like my internet went out for like a half second. Lucas would say, oh, just after she left, all the other members of Squad 666 would come into the mess hall. What's her problem? Urati would point back to where she was when she left as he entered the mess hall with Walter and Ella. I cannot speak today. I don't know. It must just be a bad day for her. How about let's change this to it might be a bad day for her. Or I guess she's having a bad day. I guess she's having a bad day. Up. Lucas would say, turning back to the table. It would cut to 006 laying on her bed, staring up at the roof. Yeah, it must be. Ella would say as he entered and sat down. Okay, it would cut to 006 laying on the roof before cutting back to Lucas and crew. There's an ad? The whole point of making an ad come out in the beginning is so that there's no ads in the rest of stream. What the heck? Foxy's laughing because he doesn't have any ads with his subscription. Yeah, it must be. Ella would say as he entered and sat down. You would do anything to tick her— oh, you do anything? You do anything to tick her off? Walter would ask as he grabbed plates and put them on the table. I'd cut to 006 in Lucas's and 006's bedroom. 06 would be laying on her bed. I can't let him end up like 5. 06 would begin to tear up and eventually cry. Why are we— what was this for? Why are we doing this cut? I'm so sorry, Emperor. You forgot? Oh no, that's not good. Well, we're gonna need more elaboration on what this cut is about, because I'm assuming it's a— yes, backstory, which you ditched. Oh, okay. So is it okay if I remove it? Yeah, okay, cool. Cool. Are we keeping this part too? Hello, Ghost. I see you. I see you with the hydrate. I suppose I should get a bottle of water. I will be back. And I'm assuming we're deleting this as well, Emperor? How about you go ahead and delete, everything else that's, like, related to her backstory that you ditched. And then whenever I come back, I'll continue reading. Oh, let me just go. Let me just like continue, like leave my cursor where Walter's speaking, so I know where to begin again. Hello, Mari. How are you doing today? You came here at a time when I was gone. Hi, Mari. I just went to go get water because Ghost redeemed hydrate. And we're reading things today. This is EmperorDragon's story, which he's writing in script format. Good water. Love the emoji. Remove what? Oh, remove the story. Emperor says we can't remove the story thing. Whoa, look at those emotes. I love them. Lol, bruh. Wave. Oh, the wave one's cute. Pog. Sag. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. And a heart. Those emotes, though, for real. They're very nice, very dynamic. We love to see them. I'm sure they really bring light to your streams. Yes, we love the little smileys. Emperor, why can't we? Because this is how Lucas and 006 find out love, that they like each other. I think you're gonna have to figure out another way that they figure that out, because either that or you have to embellish this what love is. Either you have to embellish the little flashback more, or you gotta figure out a different place for it and embellish it, or you just gotta figure out a different way for them to find out what love is, because right here it seems a little out of place. I'll be honest, I think their relationship's moving a little bit fast. If this is how they find out what love is. I think we need a little bit more time before they can. I honestly, this is the thing. I think they shouldn't figure it out until the end of the season, or at least halfway. Well, this is what I'm saying though. They don't have to get together yet, but they're getting together in episode 5? I don't know about that, EmperorDragon. I don't know. I mean, these are robots, right? They're basically robots, and they don't know anything about anything, like, emotions-wise. But they found out about love in episode 3, and they're getting together in episode 5. That's faster than any, like, shoujo romance. What's going on? Bruh. Mari, I'm just imagining, like, your Tetris streams and people just, like, spamming bruhs in the chat. That's what I'm imagining right now. I'm going to keep reading. And, hopefully I will understand. Darling in the Franks, are you— oh, okay. Placeholder, cool. I was like, why are you referencing another story in your story? Yeah, hold up. Also, when you blow up a Jen and DBD. Understood. People are like, bruh, in chat. Where did we stop? Is this my cursor? Ah, what did you do to tick her off? Here it is. I can't let him, like, 05. Why is what? Why am I crying? Nothing sad is happening, she'd say. It had cut to a bit later. She'd stop crying and wipe her eyes. She'd then stand up and leave the room. Once in the wall? Once in the walkway, she realized that a part of the hallway was blocked off. She'd proceed to walk downstairs, or walk toward the stairs. Then when she sees a human-like figure walking from one of the closed-off rooms to another. Start walking towards the stairs. She would spot a human-like figure walking from one of the closed-off rooms to another. Interested, she walks towards them. Once she gets there, she rips the boards off and enters. The boards off the room? How did they walk through did this figure walk through the boards? Like a ghost? What's going on here? We need more detail. Oh, Emperor. You cannot forget to explain things. She would spot a human-like figure walking from one closed door. She sees an unused dorm room full of cobwebs and a photo of a squad on the dresser. She picks it up and looks at it. Another squad? Must be a former squad someone was a part of before they died or were transferred and left this behind. Yeah, my music is on shuffle, and it's like my playlist is not organized at all, so that happens once in a while. 006 would think as she put the photo with the picture facing on the dresser. She'd kneel down and look under the beds, looking for that thing that she saw. She'd see a book and I'm gonna put period there. She'd see a book and she'd reach under what? What is she reaching at? Under the beds? She'd reach under the bed, barely being able to reach it. She'd pull it out and read the title. It read, Darling in the Ranks. She'd flip it over and read the back. The survivors of a catastrophic war against monsters cluster inside mobile fortresses and train youngsters to defend humanity by piloting large robots called— Wait, you can't just have this placeholder and then freaking have the whole plot of Darling in the Franxx here. You said that this is a placeholder. What is this for? Sir. I don't even know we should have this. I'm a little sus. Placeholder for a love story? Well then, do something else, okay? How about, a classic, like a fairy tale? Like Romeo and Juliet, or Snow White, or The Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid is perfect because The Little Mermaid could provide a perfect opportunity for a tragedy. In case you do not know, the original version of The Little Mermaid, this is basically the plot of Bubble, now that I'm remembering. She, like, turns to sea foam because she falls in love with the human. So, yeah, I never let anything go. Excuse you. I can't continue. The whole thing is like the summary of Darling in the Franxx. I cannot read the rest because it's gonna be changed. So what's the point of me editing it if it's just gonna be like completely removed later, you know? I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I'm going a little hard on you, but it's necessary, okay? I promise. Alright. What was that, darling? Hey, 006. Lucas would say, turning to face her. Hey! She'd walk over to her dresser and open the drawer, putting the book in, then closing the drawer. Then turning around, just... If Lucas is, like, right in front of her face, how does she have the time to go to a dresser and put the book away? Why didn't she just, like, hide it behind her back or something? And then put it away? like later after Lucas stops talking to her. That is a suggestion. Oh, he's on a bed? Why is he on a bed? Oh, on his bed. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, sure. But wasn't she... Okay, opening the door to her and Lucas's bedroom. Okay, that was me. I was not paying attention to where we were, so that was my fault. He ain't a creep. Good. I'm glad he's not. Hey, what happened this morning, he'd say, stopping her in her tracks. It's not important, she'd say, tilting her head down. Lucas would stand up and walk behind her, reaching his hand out before stopping himself and putting his hand back down. Now, if you don't mind, I have other stuff to do, she'd say before walking off. It'd show Lucas standing in the doorway. He'd look over to her dresser. He'd walk over and open it, taking out the book and closing the dresser. It'd cut to the outside in a pond sometime later with 1006 standing in front of it. Images of something from the past would appear in her head, causing her to hold her head and collapse to her knees and begin crying. 11 would appear from the woods. Seeing her, he'd run over and kneel down beside her. 6, hey, you alright? He'd say, reaching out his hand, putting his hand on hers, I guess? She'd then hit his hand away. Go! Leave me alone. I don't want to be your partner anymore, she'd shout, sadness in her voice. You messed up? Oh, no, Emperor. See, this is why you gotta, like, go back, bro. You're like, you have, what, 62 pages here? And you can't afford to go back and look back, like, look at your plot and make sure everything's okay? Come on. I know you're on a grind over there, but you do have to eventually come back and fix a few things. Otherwise, it's not gonna flow very well. 006, he'd say. She'd bring her left hand up, head still on her right arm that's resting on her knees, and push him away. I don't care what you have to say. I said go. You'll end up like them, she'd say, bringing her knees closer to her chest. Just go away, she'd say, turning her body away from Lucas. This is too many actions. We don't need that many actions. We just need the first one. I say delete this and take this over here. And I'll just go ahead and delete this from here too. No, I get it. I get the actions. I just think it's too much. Like, if this is an anime, I think all you need to know is like one action there, and then like that's it. You don't need to know every single until you start storyboarding is whenever you might want to have like an exact like play-by-play of what's going on, but we just need to get the gist of it for now. And also it's just a little bit of a mouthful. It's fine. Lucas would I can't see because your thingamajigger's there. Well, there you go. Lucas would get up and begin to walk away before stopping. Cool. You know, you're a real... He'd stop himself from saying it before walking away back into the tree line. Did he just poof? I thought they were in their room. Where's this tree coming from? Wait, am I being dumb again? Did I miss something? No, they went to a pond. Okay, never mind. This is my fault. That's my bad. Back into the... Wait, did he just like go, like, did he pull a freaking Homer Simpson? Did he pull a Homer Simpson and just like, hold up. Did he just do this? Hold up. There we go. Is that what he just did? He pretty much. No. Okay, fine. It's funny though. What was he trying to say? You're a real what? Oh. I'll be honest, I did not realize that's what he was gonna say. Why is he about to call her a bitch? I know she's been pretty standoffish, but I mean, she is telling him to go away, but like, she also said you'll only end up like them. Why isn't he questioning that line? Like, why is he not thinking like, them? Who's them? That's what I would be thinking if I was there. I don't know. The old partner she had. He has the foresight of figuring out that she's talking about the old partners, but he doesn't have like the slightest idea why she might be acting the way she is. Isn't that a little where's the drama? I feel like you can't have No, you're not stupid. This is just like a first draft. Okay? These are questions that need to be answered, and I want you to answer them. You're not stupid. We just need a little bit more, embellishment of the characters, alright? I want you to embellish. You're not stupid. Oh my gosh. It cut to Walter laying in his bath under the water. He'd wake up and gasp for air before grabbing his right side. Ugh! Walter would grunt before coughing out blood into the water. It'd show his eyes as they got wider at seeing the blood. Sorry, excuse me. Suddenly, an alarm would start blaring. He'd look away and look back to the bath, spitting the rest of the blood from his mouth into the water and draining the water, before grabbing a towel and running to the lockers. It had cut to the outside of the city where a near behemoth-sized monster with tentacles. It'd be walking along the barren land, using its tentacles to walk. It'd show 006 really suited up, already suited up, and standing outside as the monster approaches. So beautiful, all for nothing, she'd say as she lunged forward, engaging her jetpack and pulling out the spear from her back. She'd throw the spear at the monster's head before going in between where the legs would be if it had any? I mean, what do you mean if it had any? Then what is she aiming at? Like, okay, I guess. The tentacle legs? You could have said tentacle legs. That would have worked out. Going up behind the head and recalling her spear. It'd show to the button on the spear. Ooh, the spear had the button? It showed to the button on the spear. It'd show the button on the spear would be pushed in as a burst of energy could be seen being pushed out of the spear's tip 360 degrees. There would be an explosion of light and the spear would fly through the monster's head, leaving a giant hole. The monster's blood would begin to rain down as it fell to the ground. 006 would turn around seeing something. It had cut to the rest of the squad, 666, as they left the city confused, as the monster had already been defeated. The hell? Carl would say. Stay ready. We don't need this. We just need to say it. Since we already know that Carl's speaking, we don't need that. Stay ready. There could be more approaching. Could the cannons possibly have been taken out? No, the cannons wouldn't reach. Also, it looks like there's purple smoke coming from its head, Ella would say, as she pulled out binoculars and looked through them. Looks like it's regenerating? We don't need this one. Regenerating. Let me see. You know what's crazy is I think this is like my favorite dialogue so far of this chapter. Everything else is a little, I think it needs more. Because I can tell that you want to like have Lucas and 006 arguing with each other, but it's right now it kind of feels like they're arguing for no reason. And I honestly don't really care that they're arguing. But right now I'm actually getting like a little bit of like character insight because people are interacting with each other. I think this is my favorite dialogue so far that you've written. Regenerating. Let me see. Arachi would say before taking the binoculars from her and looking through them. Holy shit, regenerating. She'd crush. She'd crush. Oh. She'd crush. Give me a second. I need to sneeze, but it's not coming. Oh. She'd crush the binoculars in, or he'd, there you go. He'd crush the binoculars in his hand as it would turn into orange shards and disappear. That's what I said. Yes, I can see that. I love it. I love the chaos. Have any of you seen 006? Lucas would say. Maybe she's still mad at you. Wow, Walter's just calling it as it is. We love Walter. Personally, I wouldn't partner her. Wow, alright, Sarah, I see how it is. I literally know nothing about you, Sarah, but now I hate you. Who knows what she might do while you, do to you while partnered, Mari would add. Suddenly, a 3-meter tall monster would fall out of the sky holding a person. The episode would cut to black before it would show who it was. Oh, and that's it. That's the end. Yo, that last dialogue piece was probably the best part of the chapter in my opinion. Although the action scene with the tentacle guy, I think it has like really good potential. It will be more interesting probably in the anime though. I kind of want to see, you know what? I kind of want to see what if 006 and Lucas took it down together? And that's how they made up after their argument. And so now we're getting like good dialogue while also having an action-packed scene. Just wait. You say, oh, just wait. Alright, I'll wait. That did in fact take about like 30 minutes. So, would you like me to leave another comment with like my summation of thoughts after this chapter? Yes. Okay. I will leave a summation comment and then we'll head over to Foxy's story. If we have a little bit of extra time, I will consider reading more stuff. But if we do more, I'm gonna go back to Andy's story first. Yeah. Because all of you guys have like a lot of chapters to read through, so. And Emperor, your story so far has needed a lot of revising. Episode 4 is pretty good. Yeah, yours, Foxy. Alright. Hello, Emperor. Thank you for submitting your anime to anime script to be read on stream. First, my favorite dialogue was at the end when we start seeing all the other team members of 666 interacting with each other. We need more of that. Currently, we have 006 and Lucas fighting, but honestly, it kind of feels like they're fighting for no reason. I'd like to see more of that expanded so that they feel like three-dimensional characters. Secondly, I suggest replacing the book Darling in the Franxx with a traditional love story, such as a fairy tale like Little Mermaid, Sleeping Beauty, etc. Or a classic such as Romeo and Juliet. What else is a classic other than Shakespeare? You could look into the Arthurian series. Arthurian legend, Greek mythology, such as like Persephone and Hades or something. I know Greek mythology has like way better stories than Persephone and Hades, but those are examples. Like, look into something that you like and that you can have like a really good comparison to in your story, and that's the one that you should choose for their finding out about love. Emperor, I'm telling you, don't have to know about how any of these stories go. I'm telling you, do some research, find a story you like, and then choose that story to reflect it on yours, okay? As always, best of luck with revisions, and have fun on the writing grind. Boop. Maybe. What do you mean maybe? It's a good suggestion, alright? Alright, let's go ahead and start reading Foxy's story. I'm assuming this is the one that you wanted me to read, Foxy. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I will try not to thrash you too hard. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I come off too harshly. I just am really passionate, okay? How I meet Knight. Alright. So this is how I meet my very first boyfriend and best friend. I was playing Minecraft with my friends, Destiny and Kylie. We were just building on a creative world when someone I didn't know, but Destiny and Kylie knew, joined. So I wasn't paying attention, just talking to the girls, when suddenly I get punched by this boy in Minecraft. I found out that his name was Knight. So we started talking and I wasn't paying attention again, so he punched me again. There's a lot of so's so far. Perhaps turn them into second sentences. I wasn't paying attention again, so he punched me, and I turned around and saw a flower on the ground and picked it up. Then he asked me out, and I said, sure. What? What? That's how it happened? Please don't tell me that's actually how it happened. Please tell me that you guys, like, talked a little bit before he, like, asked you out. Let me explain. I didn't know him, so and plus, I didn't know him, so and plus he was my first boyfriend. Anyway, we started talking more, hanging out, playing together, you know, boyfriend-girlfriend stuff. I like how the conversational this story is, and in a way, I feel like you could, like, make a presentation out of this, you know? Like monologues. This is, like, perfect material for a monologue. Then the first time we broke up came up. He was bullying my friend's friend, so I broke up with him. He got mad and threatened to boot me offline. Then after a few days, we got back together because, you know, I was boy crazy. Boy crazy. Listen, no, because this actually has, like, a lot of, like, potential to be, like, a really good, like, theatrical performance. If you, like, tweaked it a little bit, I could kind of see it. But I don't know. I don't know what your goals are for this, Foxy. Now, after a few months, years, I few months, years? Months or years? You're gonna have to clarify. I broke up with him again. It wasn't because we got into a huge fight or whatever. I just felt sad about my grandma passing away when we were dating, and I just needed a break for myself. So, yeah. I would delete the so yeah. Now we got back together again. Just going to say we got back together 4 times until we stopped at 4 because we just knew we weren't going to work out. So I dated a few days until I met my second boyfriend. I'll tell you how I met him in the next chapter. Whoo. Anyways, getting to the 4th time, we broke up because of something happened. Because something that happened in a Discord server. What happened? He was just bullying a crush he had on a girl, so I broke up with him and he just stayed as a best friend. Why are you friends with a bully? If you broke up with him because he was bullying someone that you knew, why would you still be friends with him? That's my question for you, sir. This isn't even a literary question. This is just a genuine question. Emperor, but like if you're bullying someone to the extent that like someone breaks up with you, why would you? It's different, okay? It's different. So that's how I met my first ex-boyfriend and my now still best friend for 8 to 9 years. Wow. Anyway, hope you like the crazy story. Lol, bye. Bruh. I don't know, man. That's a little sus, Foxy. A little sus. Alright, Foxy's took significantly less time to read. So we're gonna go ahead and read the next chapter because I believe we agreed on like 3 chapters for Foxy since they're short. Now, Isaiah is my second boyfriend, or ex-boyfriend, still a friend, I guess. I don't know, I haven't talked to him. Now, remember how I said I broke up with my first boyfriend for the 3rd time because I met Isaiah through a Roblox group? I don't remember this. You didn't say this. I broke up with my first boyfriend for the 3rd time because I met Isaiah through a Roblox group post on Xbox. He was looking for a girlfriend, so I was helping find him one. Because I like helping people, okay, we were chilling, talking, playing Roblox, Row Citizens, trying to find him a girlfriend. Well, that was until he asked me to be his girlfriend. I didn't say yes right away because I was with Knight, so yeah, you know, what happened. After we started dating with... Listen, Foxy, I'll be honest, I think you have a dating problem. I think you need to stop dating. I think you need to be by yourself for a while. Just for a few years. You know what happened. So after we started dating, did a couple stuff, talked, hanging out, yada 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 yada. Until he broke up with me because he had family problems. Then I met my first ex-girlfriend. I'll explain more next chapter. Then after a few weeks later, we got together again until he broke up with me again. Then we got back together and I broke up. You're such a player, Foxy. It's crazy. It's crazy. We got back together and I broke up with him because I met my 3rd ex-boyfriend. Then I dated again and broke up with him because I met my 4th ex-boyfriend. Woo! This is a lot of dating and breaking. How come we're not being told about Isaiah, huh? How come we're not like getting like cool interactions with it? Because this is supposed to be how I met my 12 exes, right? So why are we getting all this background of like, oh, we like broke up and got together and broke up and got together with like my other exes too? Why are we not focusing on the relationship itself? I feel like this has a lot of potential, Foxy. I'll be honest, like I want to know, I want to like hear this monologue of this like person reading their 12 relationships and like really getting an in-depth analysis of each one, but I'm not getting that right now. You know. After that, we barely talked because I was taken and he was single and asking me to be his girlfriend again, and I got busy, so yeah. Anyway, wasn't much, but hope you enjoy. Bye! Bye! Alright, next part. They're private? Then why are you writing a story about it, Foxy? It doesn't, you don't have to like spill the beans about everything. And you can kind of embellish a little so it becomes like a work of fiction. So that the relationships are based off of ones that you actually went through. but they're not actually like stories that are like completely true. Now you are going to know about how I met my first ex-girlfriend. She was, I don't know, I dated her like 2 or 3 times because I was desperate for love. I don't know why. Anyway, I made Jocelyn on a Fortnite post because I was trying to find me a girlfriend because my second boyfriend broke up with me for the first time and I was helping my best friend Knight find a boyfriend. So we made a post to help each other, and that's how I meet her and Knight's boyfriend. So we started playing first before we asked them the question. Me and Jocelyn went into our separate party and I asked her to be my girlfriend. She said yes, and we just started talking and hanging out with Knight and his boyfriend. Whew. We would do double dates on Fortnite and Roblox. Now for a few weeks we find out Knight's boyfriend was pregnant from their last BF. Then things went south. Knight and his boyfriend would argue and Knight gets mad easily, so when he says something he doesn't mean it. So I was in a party with Jocelyn and she got a message from Knight's boyfriend saying that him and Knight broke up, and Knight said, this is a lot of information, bro. This is a lot of information. I have so many questions. So many questions. Knight said something and it went really bad, and I went to talk to Knight and he told me that listen, I need periods. I need periods. This is a lot of information, like one sentence. And it went really bad. I went to talk to Knight and he told he said what was going on, and I told him that he was wrong and left the party. Okay. When I joined Jocelyn's party again, I just got the worst news of my whole life. She broke up with me to be with Knight's ex-boyfriend. So I wasn't okay after I left that party, and both me and Knight cried together. It broke both of us hard. Dang. Not the solidarity. Oof. Solidarity, I guess. So after that, I still hung out with Jocelyn and his ex because I still liked her. And when Knight joined us again without his ex in the party. And then Knight joined us again without his ex in the party. We were playing Roblox, and what broke me the most was when Knight started flirting with her and I was trying to get back with her. I muted myself, didn't talk until they left the party. They joined back and they said they were dating. It broke me so hard. Oh, so many things are breaking you here. Foxy, you're telling me that this is your third like boyfriend and there's like 6 others that happened afterwards, and you were 17? You were 17? You're telling me you dated like 12 people in the span of a year? Or maybe 2? They joined back and they said they were dating. It broke me so hard. Wait, it broke me so much. I didn't talk to Knight or her a lot. I asked why she chose him over me, and everything she said. He liked him, I don't really remember. But it broke me. And everything? Why she chose him over me and everything. She said he liked him. I don't really remember, but it broke me. So they dated. I got mad and angry a lot because I was just there, hating every second of it. Then what really broke me was that when Knight asked me to be priest for their Fortnite wedding, I didn't want to. I think broke me should be omitted. I think broke me should be omitted. Because we already know you're broken, alright? We just, need to proceed to the next action. Like, then Knight asked me to be priest for their Fortnite wedding. There. That is enough. It's... You know what? I'm sure their Fortnite wedding was lovely, EmperorDragon, alright? I didn't want to... Listen, why are you judging? You had a freaking Minecraft wedding with Bendo. Sir. I didn't want to really, so he asked me again and I said, okay. They had their wedding left party? They had their wedding, I left the party because I was being annoying, I guess. Or, they had their wedding and they left the party because I was being annoying, I guess. So they dated for a year, I guess, until they broke up. And I like how you can still kind of tell that you're like a little bit like annoyed that this even happened in the first place, because you're very like, I guess this happened and I guess that happened too, I guess. I can tell. So they dated for a year, I guess, until they broke up, and me and Jocelyn again, were happy. I didn't really care what Knight said until I met my second IRL ex-girlfriend. I broke up with her again, then to be with my second IRL girlfriend, yada yada yada, then we got back together, yada yada yada. Okay, I dated her like 4 times, my bad. Okay. I don't need to know how many times you dated her, unless it's like relevant to the stories. I think the meat of the story is this stuff. You don't need to tell me that you broke up and got back together like 5 times. Oh my gosh. You know now that I realized I dated and broke up with a lot of people. Ha 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 ha. Anyway, I think that's all that happened, so I hope you all enjoy. Bye. I kind of like that you like end every single chapter with this sentence. Anyway, I think that's all that's happened. So, I hope you all enjoy. Bye. It's kind of cute. We will stop there. All right. Good story, Foxy. Good story. We will stop there for today. We will continue another day. We will continue with Trey another day. All right. Foxy, do you want pointers? Like this is what I like and this is what I don't like about your story, or are you good? I feel like I was pretty vocal about what I liked and what I didn't like, but if you would prefer, I could write them down for you. Hit you? Okay. I'll DM them to you since this is Wattpad and I can't really leave a comment on Wattpad. Not really. I won't actually hit you, don't worry. Alright. Pointers. I'll just start it with like the way I normally would for a comment. So, hello, Foxy. Thanks for submitting your Wattpad story on your 12 X's to be read on stream. I like the idea of these chapters being monologues, monologues, or vignettes. I like the idea of these chapters being monologues or vignettes, and I think quite a few of them have key, juicy moments which can be embellished for a future draft. I'd like to politely request that you please add more periods so that there are pauses in your wording. Also, there's a lot of so's in your writing. And while that might be okay during regular conversation, it's out of place in writing. So I would recommend that you remove them from the story. You didn't type the words, you spoke into your mic. Oh, that makes so much sense, honestly. It does. It does make sense. It seems like something that probably happened, so... Should we read Bendo, guys? Alright, we can either stop for the day and raid Bendo, or we can read, we could read one more chapter of something. Emperor says read my story. Emperor, if I read another one of your chapters, it's gonna take me like another 30 minutes, and I still want to end stream in like 10, 15. How long is episode 4? 23. It's a long one, bro. It's like 6 pages so far. It's like 7 pages. We're gonna read Foxy's. I'm sorry, EmperorDragon. Next week, maybe. Next week, maybe. No! I'm sorry. I cannot. Not today. Next week, maybe I will read your next episode. I'm sorry. Have fun. Have fun. Thank you for stopping by. We're gonna read one more chapter of Foxy's and then we're gonna call it a day. Do you want me to raid Bendo? I can still raid Bendo if you'd like. Whew. Let's get started. Here we have how I met Trey. Trey was like my 3rd boyfriend or ex-boyfriend. Nah, he was like Isaiah. He was sweet, kind, and everything. But then I don't know how to explain this, but we were really the kind of couple that, you know, hang out or whatever, those things that we did, like, you know, whoa, fun time things. The thing is, the reason why I broke up with him was because I didn't like to do those things, and he wanted to, he wanted to do, and I only really I mean, I think of him as a brother. Oh, okay. He wanted to do things, you did not, and you thought of him as a brother, I guess. It wasn't anything bad, we weren't toxic or anything, he just I told him that I thought I was doing a brother, and I gave him a chance and just didn't feel like dating him anymore, so I broke up with him. We don't really talk like we used to because he keeps begging me to get back with him. You know, I'll keep saying no. So if you ever ask, will I ever get back with Trey, my answer is no, because I think of another brother, and you're probably wondering how I met Trey. I met Trey on a post. It was so long ago, I don't even remember how we met, honestly, but I guess I'm glad I met him. You're glad you met him even though he keeps begging you to come back with him? Bro. No. So that's how I met Trey and why we broke up. Next chapter will be about how I met Genesis. Lovely. I guess Genesis will have to be another time because that is it. That is enough reading for today. I am pooped out. Emperor, I will read episode 4. You knew I wasn't gonna read episode 4 today, right? I will read episode 4 next week. And next week, if I feel up to it, I'll even read episode 5. Okay? Okay. I might delay stream a day. Like, I might stream on Thursday instead of Wednesday next week, but we'll see. I'll make a notification. That's fine. I will prepare to read. And I'm planning on streaming like an extra 30 minutes next week is what I'm saying. So either that or I just won't do question of the day again and I'll just like do the full 2 hours or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm planning yet. The point is, I'll read 2 chapters next week, okay? Okay. Thank you. Thank you, EmperorDragon and Foxyy and Andy for submitting your stories. They're all equally interesting in their own respective ways. I am very intrigued. That's fair. I don't blame you for not wanting to explain Trey. I think you could make a really cool element there. I think you could be like, ah yes, Trey, we don't talk about him. He's just a little brother, and then just move on. See, that could be really cool. Like if you did like a performance out of this, I think that could be really cool. But yeah. Thank you guys for joining. Next stream will be next week. Either on the 29th or the 30th. I don't know yet, but it will be on the 29th or the 30th. And I will notify you guys exactly like Hamilton style, or not really Hamilton, Encanto style, where we don't talk about Jay. Yeah, exactly. Yes, next stream will be 29th or 30th. I will notify you guys on Discord when exactly it will be. But without further ado, we will go ahead and end stream tonight. You guys didn't say if I should raid Bendo or not. So I guess we're not raiding Bendo. Okay, cool. Alright, let's raid Bendo. Bendo. It's xbendo _YT, right? Yes, cool. Alright, have a good day, have a good night, and I will see you guys next week. No stream Saturday because I will not be able to. So have a good day, have a good night, and bye bye.